I am 103 years old, and if you clicked on this video, then maybe your body has already been trying to tell you something, and maybe, deep down, you know it. Not with a shout, not with some dramatic collapse, but with small things. The stiffness when you stand up, the tiredness that doesn't go away, the poor sleep, the forgotten names, the dizziness, the breathlessness you explain away, the little pain you keep promising to check next month. At my age, I have learned something that most people learn too late. The body whispers long before it screams. And the tragedy is not that we grow old. The tragedy is that many people spend the last third of their life ignoring warnings that could have changed everything. I'm not here to scare you. I'm here to tell you the truth. Because when you get to where I am, appearances stop mattering. Pride becomes smaller. Excuses sound foolish. And truth becomes very simple. You stop asking, how do I look? And you start asking, how much life do I still have in this body and what am I doing with it? Let me tell you about my friend Samuel. Samuel was strong. At least that's what all of us thought. Big hands, loud laugh. Always the kind of man who said, I'm fine. That was his favorite sentence. I'm fine. His wife begged him to get checked. He was always tired. He got winded walking upstairs. His ankles were swelling. He had chest discomfort that came and went. But Samuel called it age. Then he called it stress. Then he called it nothing. One afternoon he sat down after lunch and said he felt a strange heaviness. That evening he was in the hospital. Heart failure. And do you know what broke my heart most? Not that he got sick. Many of us do. What broke my heart was what he whispered to me 3 days later. He said, I thought I had more time to start taking care of myself. That sentence has never left me. Because that is how people lose years. Not all at once, but slowly, by assuming there will always be another season, another Monday, another appointment, another chance. So listen to me carefully. If you are over 50, over 60, over 70, your health is no longer something you can leave on autopilot. You must become a guardian of your own body, not obsessed, not frightened, but awake. Because old age is not only about disease, it is about strength, balance, sleep, memory, digestion, mood, loneliness, inflammation, hydration, mobility, and the quiet discipline of noticing when something is changing. Here is the first truth. Stop calling everything normal for my age. Yes, aging changes the body, but not everything should be dismissed. Constant exhaustion is not something to celebrate. Sharp pain is not wisdom. Brain fog is not always harmless. Losing balance is not just old age. Sometimes it is your body asking for help in the only language it has left. And if you silence that language long enough, one day the body stops asking politely. It makes the decision for you. The second truth is this. Your legs are your independence. People think aging begins in the face. It doesn't. It begins in the legs, in the hips, in the knees, in the feet, in the muscles that quietly weaken when you sit too much. I have seen people survive illness and still lose their freedom because they stopped moving. They didn't need more motivation. They needed a decision, a short walk after breakfast, a few sit-to-stands from a sturdy chair, light stretching, a little sunlight, a little effort, repeated daily. That is how you defend your future. Not with heroic promises, with ordinary consistency. The third truth, poor sleep is not a small problem. When older people stop sleeping well, everything begins to suffer. Patience becomes thinner, memory becomes weaker, cravings get stronger, pain feels worse. Even sadness grows louder in the middle of the night. Protect your sleep like medicine. Too many people treat sleep like it is optional, until their body forces them to understand otherwise. Turn off the television earlier. Eat lighter at night. Speak to your doctor if you snore badly, wake gasping, or feel tired no matter how long you sleep. Don't just endure it. Investigate it. The fourth truth, loneliness can damage health almost as much as bad habits. No one told my generation that clearly enough. You can take your pills, watch your sugar, go to your appointments, and still become unwell because you are isolated. A human being is not built to age in emotional silence. I have seen widows stop cooking proper meals because there is no one to sit across from them. I have seen men lose their spark after retirement because nobody needed them anymore. I have seen people decline not from one terrible disease, but from the slow ache of disconnection. Call someone. Join something. Sit with people. Talk. Laugh, even if you don't feel like it. Especially then, because the body listens to the heart and the heart suffers when it is left alone too long. The fifth truth may upset some people, but it is still true. Many older people are undernourished, not overfed. They eat less protein. They drink less water. They skip meals. They live on toast, tea, biscuits, and convenience food. Then they wonder why they feel weak, cold, foggy, and fragile. Your body still needs building material. Muscle does not maintain itself because you had strength 20 years ago. Bones do not stay strong because you used to be active. Your body is like a house that needs maintenance, especially in later years. Drink water before you feel thirsty. Eat enough protein if your doctor allows it. Choose simple foods your body recognizes. Eggs, yogurt, fish, beans, vegetables, fruit, soup, oats. Simple is powerful. The sixth truth. Pride has buried more older people than illness alone. Yes, I said it, pride. The refusal to use the cane, the refusal to ask for help, the refusal to admit, I can't read this label, the refusal to tell someone, I've been forgetting my pills, the refusal to say, I am not okay. Pride sounds noble when you are young. At my age, it can be dangerous. Strength is not pretending nothing is wrong. Strength is being honest soon enough that something can still be done. And the seventh truth, perhaps the most important of all, health is not only about staying alive. It is about staying able to live. There is a difference. Some people are alive, but they cannot enjoy a meal, cannot walk to the garden, cannot play with a grandchild, cannot get through the afternoon without pain, fear, or exhaustion. That is why you must care about your health before disaster, not only to avoid death, but to protect dignity, to protect freedom, to protect the small daily pleasures that make life worth having. The cup of tea by the window, the walk to the mailbox, the church service, the market, the laughter, the feeling that your life is still yours. Let me tell you something else I have learned. It is usually not one giant decision that saves a person. It is the small things done early, the appointment kept, the blood pressure checked, the sugar monitored, the walk taken, the salt reduced, the medicine organized, the grief spoken out loud, the friend called, the bedtime respected, the symptom not ignored. That is how later years are protected, quietly, patiently, honestly. So if you remember nothing else from what I say today, remember this. Do not wait until your body humiliates you before you begin respecting it. Do not wait until a fall. Do not wait until the scan. Do not wait until the ambulance. Do not wait until the doctor looks at you with that face. You know the face I mean. The face that says, I wish you had come sooner. If you are still here, still breathing, still able to make one good choice today, then you are not too late. Walk a little, drink some water, book the checkup, take the warning sign seriously, eat something nourishing, stretch, rest, talk to someone, forgive your body for aging, but do not abandon it, because this body, however imperfect, is still carrying your life. And one day you will wish you had treated it with more kindness, more attention, and more gratitude. I am 89. I have buried friends who thought they had time. I have watched people lose years they could have kept, and I'm telling you now as plainly as I can, your future health is being decided by the ordinary things you do, or refuse to do, today. So please, do not clap for this message and then go back to neglect. Do not say, that was interesting, and continue postponing. Make one change. Today. Not tomorrow, not next week. Today. Because the body keeps score, and if you care for it now, it may still give you something beautiful later. More strength, more clarity, more independence, more mornings that still feel like life. And at our age, that is no small blessing.